What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I was scrolling through Twitter this morning and came across a trailer for a new Sonic game that genuinely perked my interest. I was like, oh, let me stop scrolling and watch this. I enjoy Sonic, and there's a new game, and it looks like it's coming out soon. We got December 5th this year. Okay. And the trailer showing the cartoon effects and graphics looked really good. I was like, this is awesome. And then it transitioned to the actual gameplay. It's a 3D platformer. I was like, the graphics taking a hit. Looks like it's showing gameplay from maybe Nintendo Switch, something like that, but whatever, I'll keep watching. And turns out that it's a mobile exclusive game that is created specifically for Apple Arcade. Why? Like, why are we doing this, Sega? Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full breakdown of my thoughts. But for this video, I want to talk a little bit more about why Sega is doing this kind of stuff and how it's not good for the longevity of the brand of Sonic the Hedgehog. A brand that, let's be honest, has seen its peaks and valleys over the past couple decades, and there have been some pretty low lows from it, if I'm gonna be honest. Sega just dropped a bombshell that should have made every Sonic fan jump for joy. A new 3D platformer game, Sonic Dream Team. It's racing its way to us on December 5th, except there's one catch, and it's turning the dream into sort of a nightmare for many, including myself. It's exclusive to Apple Arcade. The official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account tweeted, "Join a race against time to stop Dr. Eggman's bizarre dreams from coming true. Sonic Dream Team arrives December 5th exclusively on Apple Arcade." I don't know how much Apple paid Sega to do this, but clearly there's some money involved to get this brand exclusive to Apple for a specific game being created, from what it looks like, from the ground up for an Apple Arcade exclusive. But I want to talk about the limited scope that comes with mobile gaming. And sure, Apple Arcade does have its merits for some people. But let's be honest, when a powerhouse character like Sonic, and he still does hold a lot of weight in the realm of gaming, is restricted to a platform largely used for casual gaming, it's a disservice to both the character and its fans. Many Sonic enthusiasts are clamoring for a more expansive, console-based experience that just can't be replicated on a mobile device. And this is not like what I was talking about in a previous video, how Capcom is working directly with Apple to make Resident Evil 4 come out and Resident Evil 7 come out to Apple iPhone 15 and beyond, because the graphic capability of that is almost on par with the Nintendo Switch from, what, 6-7 years ago. That's some big time stuff that is impressive moving mobile gaming forward. This is not that. This is making an exclusive game specifically to Apple Arcade that caters to every line of Apple iPhone that works with Apple Arcade. So it's not pushing the limits, it's not knocking down barriers, it's not going to blow anyone's minds. It's a very basic game that is able to be played on multiple Apple devices. And watching the trailer, it shows how much wasted potential this could be. The roster specifically. Sonic Dream Team boasts an impressive lineup of playable characters. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rogue, and Cream, each character bringing unique abilities, offering a dynamic gameplay experience. Yet, it's frustrating to think of the potential this lineup would have had on a more robust gaming platform. Like, I don't know, a modern day console that Sega is more than capable for developing on, and they just don't do it. They give like a half-assed effort on the game and then go the cheap route of getting paid out by Apple to make an exclusive for Apple Arcade instead. There could have been multiplayer co-op missions, enhanced graphics, more intricate level designs, but no, a phone. And we can all presume what comes along with the phone: microtransactions. Now, I don't know for sure if microtransactions is a part of this or if even Apple Arcade allows for that, but it's something that when I hear mobile phone exclusive, I think microtransactions. Which, if we're going to be completely honest, Sega is not a newcomer to this field. Just look at how they handle their pre-order bonuses with the Sonic Origins, and then creating the Sonic Origins Plus collection and the different tiers of what you get with what you purchase and what comes with what. And got to be so confusing, you needed to bring out your abacus to figure out which thing on the chart you need to purchase to get what you wanted to get with it, instead of just having everything included in the game in the first place. But I digress. Let's talk about the storyline with this game, because it looked like the story does have some potential. Like, there was there was a little bit of effort put into the storyline for a mobile exclusive title. Surprising, I know. The game revolves around an artifact called the Reverie, capable of manifesting dreams into reality. And while the premise does hold a great deal of narrative promise, can a mobile platform truly do justice to such an ambitious story? Confining it to Apple Arcade seems like an underutilization of the concept's potential scope and grandeur, but I'd like to be pleasantly surprised. There's always a potential for that, but here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing Apple Arcade anyway. So with that being the case, it doesn't matter how great the game is or how fun it is or how exclusive it is if I'm not going to break down and be spending what it costs to get Apple Arcade in the first place. Apple Arcade is $6.99 a month, and you could also go to a higher tier to get the Apple bundled subscription service, Apple One, which I'm not doing. I already have enough subscriptions purchased in my life right now anyways. This whole world's becoming a subscription based platform where if you don't subscribe to something, you're missing out. You don't get Netflix and Hulu's being purchased by Comcast and Disney Plus and ESPN, part of Disney Bundle, and now we got Apple One. It's like it's too much. It's way too much. Never mind Paramount Plus and Peacock, and I could go on forever on how many of these HBO Max. Like if you were to break these all down, put them all together, it would be more than a cable subscription it was back in the day, ironically. And I don't even want to forget the elephant in the room here that not everyone has an Apple device. In fact, there's a good amount of the population that doesn't. Many people still use Android phones, don't have iPads, and don't care to ever get involved in that ecosystem. And while Apple is making a press to get those people to migrate over, something like this isn't going to do it. It's just going to limit the amount of people that can play the game and have access to it. By making Sonic Dream Team an Apple Arcade exclusive, Sega has cut off a significant portion of their fan base who are Android users or those who primarily game on consoles or PCs, and even Apple owners who refuse to participate in Apple Arcade like myself. So even if Sonic Dream Team is a fantastic game that ends up getting raved by critics, getting 9 out of 10s and 9.5s out of 10s, or even 10 out of 10s for a mobile game, I'm a little bit skeptical of that, but play along with me. Even if this game ends up being a banger, blows doors, everyone's talking about how Sonic Dream Team is Game of the Year material. I said, play along with me. How many people are going to miss out on this because they're not going to be participating in Apple Arcade? And therein lies the problem. This is such a letdown for fans who have been clamoring for a more comprehensive Sonic experience. The storyline specifically looks like it houses that. The gameplay looks like it could have been on par with that. And then you find out it's an Apple Arcade exclusive, and you start to wonder, how much did Apple pay Sega to make this game exclusive? Because it had to be a lot of money. And if that's the case, I guess we know that's where Sega and Sonic and their loyalties lie. Where the money is, the guaranteed money. And Sonic, like I said, has been pretty high, pretty low, and there's no guarantee of sales moving forward with the title because it's been so all over the place with the scores. Who knows what the next game would bring for them, and maybe Sega wanted to take the sure route of getting the money up front from Apple instead of trying to figure it out down the road with gamers. But all I know is Sonic is a legendary character and he deserves better. Could you imagine if Nintendo stopped making consoles and started making mobile exclusive Mario games? I mean, yeah, I get it. Mario Run, I get it. Ha ha ha. But like putting full force, like making a full-on Mario 3D platformer game on a Apple Arcade. I mean, really? That's what Sonic has sunk to. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. And I expect better out of Sega. And that's the end of my rant. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on Sonic, not giving it a chance because it does look fun, but not fun enough for me to pay $6, $7+ a month, bring on a new subscription service in my life just to play this Sonic game. Maybe I'll test it out with a free trial, but maybe I'm being too harsh with it. Let me know. Do you guys think that this is worth a shot on Apple Arcade? Is this something that may convince you to buy an Apple product? Am I completely out of line with this line of thinking, or am I kind of on point with it and you feel the same way? Let me know down in the comments below. And again, check out smashjt.com. I will link this article in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash